Stop what you're doing right now, because what's developing across America this week is so unprecedented that even veteran meteorologists can't believe what they're seeing. What I'm about to show you is so unusual that it's breaking computer forecast models and leaving meteorologists absolutely speechless. Right now, we're witnessing a massive atmospheric collision that's creating one of the most talked about weather weeks of the entire season. Record-shattering heat is surging north, while Arctic air refuses to budge, and this temperature clash is absolutely extraordinary. What happens next will affect over 100 million Americans, with snow, ice, severe storms, and possible tornadoes all happening simultaneously. But here's what makes this truly mind-blowing. Computer models can't even agree on what's going to happen, and that almost never occurs. Drop your exact city in the comments right now, because I'll personally respond to every location with detailed timing and impacts. Tonight into tomorrow, we're tracking a narrow but significant ice storm developing across Minnesota and Wisconsin. Minneapolis, Green Bay, and Wausau could see up to half an inch of ice accumulation, creating extremely hazardous travel conditions. If you're anywhere near Wisconsin or Minnesota, tonight will be the most dangerous travel night we've seen in weeks. The freezing rain zone is incredibly precise, stretching from Minneapolis through central Wisconsin with peak intensity tomorrow morning. But first, let me show you what's happening right now. And I want you to drop your exact location, because I read every single comment and respond with specific details for your town or city. Eau Claire, Wausau, and Green Bay residents need to prepare now, because ice accumulation could reach ice storm criteria. By Tuesday morning, this ice threat continues across northern Michigan and Wisconsin before finally weakening by lunchtime. But wait, New England isn't safe either, with freezing rain and snow targeting central and northern areas Tuesday night. Before I reveal what's happening Thursday, tell me in the comments, what's your biggest weather concern for the next 2 weeks? Boston, Hartford, and Burlington could see enough ice to cancel schools Wednesday, so parents definitely need to stay alert. Here's where this story gets absolutely fascinating. Thursday brings a game-changing storm that has forecasters on edge. Massive energy from the West Coast is about to explode over the Rockies, creating what could be a historic weather event. Denver and Colorado Springs will witness the birth of this monster system Thursday morning as it rapidly intensifies. But here's what's absolutely incredible. This same storm will create completely different weather disasters across the country. Kansas City, Omaha, and Des Moines are positioned directly in this strengthening storm's path by Thursday afternoon. Oklahoma City and Dallas could hit 70-degree temperatures, while just 300 miles north, blizzard conditions are possible. This temperature gradient is so extreme it's breaking computer forecasting models and creating unprecedented atmospheric energy. Here's a question for you. How prepared is your area for this kind of extreme weather event? Chicago, Milwaukee, and Detroit need to watch Thursday night closely, because significant winter impacts are becoming likely. St. Louis, Indianapolis, and Louisville are sitting in the danger zone, where multiple weather hazards could strike simultaneously. Nashville, Memphis, and Little Rock should prepare for explosive thunderstorm development with damaging winds and tornado possibilities. Now here's where this gets absolutely unprecedented. Friday could bring not one, but 2 separate massive storm systems. The European model is showing something so unusual that meteorologists are calling emergency planning meetings across the country. Additional moisture could create a secondary storm, potentially bringing heavy snow as far south as the Texas Panhandle. Atlanta, Birmingham, and Charlotte need to prepare immediately, because Friday's severe weather threat is becoming very real. Quick question while we track this development. Drop a if you want record heat or snowflake if you prefer snow in your area. The fact that models disagree this dramatically just 4 days out is almost unheard of in modern weather forecasting. Cincinnati, Columbus, and Cleveland could experience either crippling snow or dangerous severe weather within hours of each other. Washington, D.C., Baltimore, and Philadelphia are positioned where this atmospheric chaos could create multiple weather disasters. Even Miami, Tampa, and Orlando aren't completely safe. This pattern could deliver their coldest temperatures in years. If you haven't dropped your location in the comments yet, do it right now. I want to give you specifics for your exact area. If you haven't subscribed yet, smash that subscribe button because tomorrow's update will be absolutely critical for your safety. Friday night into Saturday could bring legitimate blizzard conditions to Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and northern Illinois. We're talking about wind gusts over 50 miles per hour combined with heavy snowfall rates that could create whiteout conditions instantly. Madison, Green Bay, and Eau Claire residents should monitor Saturday morning forecasts because conditions could deteriorate rapidly. Meanwhile, the heat wave component is equally remarkable and could shatter temperature records that have stood for decades. From Montana straight down to the Gulf Coast, temperatures will soar 25 to 30 degrees above normal Tuesday and Wednesday. Phoenix, Las Vegas, and Albuquerque could experience their warmest January temperatures in recorded meteorological history. Record high temperatures are virtually guaranteed from Minneapolis to Houston as this unprecedented warmth takes hold. Seattle, Portland, and the Pacific Northwest will finally see much-needed precipitation return with this atmospheric reorganization. Salt Lake City, Boise, and mountain communities should prepare for snowfall measured in feet, not inches, as this pattern intensifies. Here's a controversial question. Are you secretly hoping for a major snow day or absolutely dreading the potential chaos? Buffalo, Rochester, and Syracuse need to prepare for lake effect snow enhancement that could produce 2+ inch per hour snowfall rates. The lake effect enhancement could create locally extreme snowfall totals in the most favorable wind flow zones. Pittsburgh, Cleveland, and Erie should monitor Friday night into Saturday for rapidly changing and potentially dangerous conditions. Virginia Beach, Norfolk, and the Tidewater region could experience their most significant winter weather event of the season. Richmond, Raleigh, and Charlotte are positioned in the potential strike zone of Friday's developing weather catastrophe. The timing couldn't be worse. These storms hit during peak travel days when millions of Americans will be on the roads. O'Hare, Denver International, and Hartsfield-Jackson should expect massive delays and widespread flight cancellations. Interstate highways from the Rockies to the Atlantic could become extremely dangerous or completely impassable within hours. Power companies are pre-positioning emergency crews because ice storms and severe winds could create widespread blackouts. What makes this pattern absolutely extraordinary is how global weather connections are creating this perfect atmospheric storm. Pacific and Atlantic weather patterns are aligning in ways that create once-in-a-decade meteorological events. This isn't just regional weather, it's a continental-scale reorganization that will reshape patterns for weeks to come. Emergency management teams from Texas to Maine are activating disaster protocols because this could overwhelm response capability. The multi-hazard nature means different regions face completely different threats, making coordination extremely challenging. Agricultural communities across the plains must secure operations immediately because rapid weather changes could devastate livestock. Construction crews and outdoor workers should plan to halt operations in impact zones due to life-threatening conditions. Long-haul truckers need to completely avoid impact zones if possible, or face potentially deadly road conditions. School districts are already making emergency plans for closures, delays, and early dismissals across multiple states. Drop your city in the comments right now if you want specific warnings for your area during this dangerous pattern. I personally respond to location requests with detailed forecasts. And here's something special. The most requested location in the comments gets a detailed 5-minute segment in tomorrow's video. Hit that notification bell right now so you don't miss hourly updates as these dangerous conditions rapidly develop. Your engagement helps us reach people who desperately need reliable weather information during extreme events like this. But here's the big question I want you to answer. Are you hoping this extreme weather actually happens? Or are you dreading it? Let me know your honest thoughts about potentially the most dramatic weather week in years. Professional meteorological expertise becomes absolutely essential when atmospheric patterns are this complex and dangerous. This is exactly why you need credible sources during potentially life-altering weather events like what we're tracking. Social media weather hype creates confusion when millions of lives and billions in property are at stake. The complexity of this situation demonstrates why meteorology requires years of education and experience to interpret correctly. Human expertise becomes critical when computer models disagree on such high-impact and rapidly evolving weather situations. This could represent the atmospheric pattern shift that affects North American weather for the remainder of winter. The energy we're tracking has the potential to create weather events that get studied and referenced for decades. By Saturday, we'll have definitive answers, but the evolution has already become absolutely fascinating to analyze scientifically. Temperature contrasts this extreme during winter create the exact conditions that produce legendary weather events. The jet stream configuration we're observing is textbook setup for storms that make meteorological history books. Make sure to check back tomorrow because model accuracy should improve dramatically as we approach storm development. If this breakdown helped you understand what's coming, smash that like button and subscribe immediately for life-saving updates. The 48-hour period starting Thursday will likely be remembered as one of the most active weather sequences this winter. Stay informed, stay prepared, and remember that patterns this complex can change course within a matter of hours. One more time, drop your exact location in the comments below and tell me what would make this the perfect winter forecast for your specific area. I'm waiting to help you prepare for what's coming to your exact area. Don't miss tomorrow's critical forecast with potentially life-saving information. Continuous monitoring from reliable sources isn't just helpful during events like this, it could literally save your life.